Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're having a wonderful day. This is going to be pretty short. This is just, kind of a monthly update. We've crossed over into February before I even realized it, and we had Groundhog Day, and we had a good Super Bowl, and I was glad to see it was a close game up until the very end. Just in the last little bit, did Kansas City get ahead and manage to win the game, and it was really good since my team wasn't in it, but I really like Kansas City. I don't supremely hate the 49ers either, but at the same time, between the two teams, I just like Kansas City better, so don't feel too bad. I actually think San Francisco, they really were the best team in the NFC this year for sure. And Kansas City was probably the only team that could have beat them. And they did. And that game could have gone either way. That's how good San Francisco is. That could have gone differently. And it almost did. So anyway, I'm getting off into football talk, which a lot of you probably don't care about. But nonetheless, this is kind of the channel month review and thank you. Want to thank you for watching the videos and interacting. The comments and stuff. Even the negative comments can be helpful. So I mean, whatever it is, whatever brings you back to the channel and you watch and you're subscribed and all, I appreciate it. Getting ready to do a Fallout 4 video here for. It's probably going to have to involve John and Jenny to show some of this equipment, but regardless, just want to thank you for watching the videos. I know whether you watch the Skyrim videos, the Fallout videos, or everything, whether you watch the Outer World stuff or the Neverwinter stuff, or just all of it all together, this is really just a thank you for subscribing and for watching and interacting in any way that you do. Even if all you do is just tune in, you just drop in and watch videos when you feel like it. It's all good. I appreciate it. It's fine. So yeah, that was really it. I'm hoping that my work is going to my work situation will get a little easier and I will not have to work quite so much. You may have noticed the past few weeks I've not been able to put out as many videos, and that started back before the holidays, that things started getting crunchier on me, where I've had a lot of crunch myself, and I'm hoping we're coming out of that now. So we're going to see how it goes this week and next week, and hopefully it'll be better. And that's all really. I'm going to keep trying to look out for new mods and try those out, and I'm going to keep trying to play through the Outer Worlds. And after the Outer Worlds, I'm sort of torn. If you have a preference, let me know. It has to be a game I have though, so understanding that my game library is pretty big, but still limited in some ways, and I am using Game Pass, so if it's something on Xbox Game Pass, I would be willing to take suggestions or even have a voting for it, and whoever puts the most, whatever game wins, I would do it. I was leaning towards playing Halo Reach because I haven't played it in a while, and I have the new version of Halo Reach in the Master Chief Collection now, so I was really leaning towards doing that. But I would be open to, if enough people responded with a certain game in mind, I would be open to at least trying it. Now, I can't guarantee you that I would like and play every game that you would like. There have been games that I played for half an hour to an hour, and then I was just like, I'm done, and I never went back to that game. And there's various different reasons. There's games I played to the very end, and then I got to the end and they had a boss fight, and the boss fight had nothing to do with the fighting and the skills that I had used during the whole game. So I would get frustrated with that. Sometimes you can still beat it, and that's okay, and it's kind of okay. But sometimes, a couple of games I'm thinking of, I was just so disappointed in that choice that I didn't do the last boss fight, and I just didn't. I tried it a few times, and I was like, this isn't even using any of the skills I've used the whole game. It doesn't make sense. I mean, you look at, well, I don't want to pick on any games in particular, but there's a couple of games I'm thinking of, and it's like the final fight made no sense. It was silly, and you could make a case for like Halo 2, the final fight with Tartarus. I never liked that. I can do it, and I've done it plenty of times, but to me, that whole idea, a boss fight doesn't really belong in Halo, and it just didn't It just didn't make good sense. I didn't enjoy that because it was very quirky, and you had to avoid Tartarus and wait for Sergeant Johnson to shoot him with the sniper a couple of times. I mean, everything was very quirky and particular, and I just didn't enjoy that. It wasn't Halo to me. So, if you liked it, then that's good. Everybody should be able to enjoy what they enjoy. Nonetheless, I'm really sometimes I'm not a big fan of boss fights. It depends on how it's done. If it's really very no, quirky's not the right word in this case. If it's very gimmicky, I will tend to not like it because I kind of got enough of that in years past. I mean, I've played through a lot. I'm an older person. I've played through a lot of gimmicky boss fights, so not really into all that much anymore. I would prefer just to have a straight up, fight. ODST, the way that ended, Halo ODST, the way that ended in the campaign, where you basically just had a big firefight and you just had to take out all the dudes, you just had to survive. I liked that much better. And I know you could say, well, that was a pain and that was aggravating, but for me, just killing hordes of dudes coming at me, I kind of enjoyed that. Even though it was not always easy, and I don't think it's not like it never killed me. I'm pretty sure I died a few times doing that. But I enjoyed that better. I just did. That's just me. Anyway, that's all beside the point. Anyway, what I was getting at was that I was thinking about, what game I'm going to play next after the Outer Worlds. Now, it's going to be a while. As you can see, I've not been able to play the Outer Worlds as much as I would like, so it's been kind of a long process, and it's going to take time. But if enough of you had a particular game in mind, I would at least be willing to try it. Especially if it's on Game Pass or if it's something I have already. And I would show me playing that even if I was really bad. I hit the wrong thing. I hit the wrong button. Did you see that? Oh, now I hit the wrong button again. Oh my goodness. So, running my mouth while I'm trying to do stuff is not always the best for me. But nonetheless, so that's an idea. If you care about the playthroughs at all. If you don't care about the playthroughs, then don't worry about it. It's fine. As far as what me and the Edible Toaster will play, we're going to continue playing Neverwinter for a little bit. We're kind of nearing the end of that, though, because all we're doing is grinding dailies, and while we do have enough dailies to make it kind of fun, it's kind of old. I don't really love grinding dailies either. If we find another game, if anybody knows a good co-op game we could play, it can't, okay, however, let me say, it can't be like Halo. It can't be guns co-op. It can be fantasy, where we can use magic and stuff. Now this is a silly thing, but it's true. Give the toaster a fireball or a flame spell or lightning, and she will shoot that all day. But give her a gun, and she has no interest. She has no interest in shooting guns and playing those types of games. So it's totally hilarious to me. I remember getting her to play. No, I didn't have to get her to play Skyrim. When we started playing Skyrim on the 360, I was explaining to her, if you played Halo with me, it's the same thing. You're still, because she would play first person like I did, and she would shoot her spells, and I said it's the same thing, because she would use the firebolt, not even the fireball. She would use the firebolt a lot, which is a very particular aiming shot, very much like shooting a gun in some of the other games. But Anyway, she just wasn't interested. She prefers the fantasy stuff, and I get that. The fantasy stuff is fun too. So, okay, now I've wandered off subject again. So, alright, so that was on the playthroughs. We talked about that, so you can let me know. Otherwise, I'm probably going to play Reach when I get done with the Outer Worlds, and then I don't know about what's after that. After that, I might play an RPG, something like, oh, what's that silly one where they have the mutants, they have the duck and the pig and all that? I might play like an RPG like that for fun. It's kind of like a mixed bag of RPG and what do you call it, XCOM or that type of thing. I can't remember the name of that game, but if you think about it, you'll know the one I mean. It's on Game Pass too. So let's see. So again, to finish, thank you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And that's the only thing I would ask of anybody is if you can handle having one more subscription, just subscribe. I'm trying to get to that magic number and just see what I can do with the channel. I've tried various different things to help it grow, but there's only so much I can do without I guess without doing stuff I don't want to do. Is that the way to say it? I mean, so I'm just trying to grow it enough to get it to that point to see if it's really going to be a viable long-term channel or not. So we're doing good. We're growing, little by little every month, and I appreciate that. That's wonderful. So again, the only thing I would ask is if you can, just subscribe, and notice that I am going to go back. I've got a Mixer link. Is it a link? I think I got the Mixer link back on the videos now, the newer videos. And when I do my playthroughs, I'm going to try to do more playthroughs on Mixer. So do be aware of that. There's not really a set time frame for that, so I'm just going to do the best I can. As far as I'll do that as often as I can. Now, like today, I really need to do some Fallout shows. I don't have many Fallout shows. I know Fallout's not quite as popular. Fallout 4 is not as popular as Skyrim, but I know there's some people that still like to see these, and I like to do them. So hopefully there's enough interest to keep that going. So let's see. So I'm trying to rotate through and make sure I give everything some sort of fair, equal airtime in the shows. So, and I think of all this as shows. However you want to look at it is fine, but that's how I think of it. All right, is that everything? I think that's the update I had. So yeah, but Mixer, I will be trying to include Mixer. It's not going to be on a scheduled time basis. It's going to be when I have time to sit down and do some playthrough, whether it's in Skyrim or whether it's in the Outer Worlds. If I can broadcast that on Mixer at the same time, I'll do that. But I will be recording those as well and putting them up on YouTube. But the Mixer stream is its own thing. I just thought if I went back to broadcasting there as possible, that it too might help grow our channel a little bit more. So it won't hurt anything, and if nothing else, if you were online and you saw I was online and streaming, it would give you a chance to stop in and say something if you wanted to, if you were interested. Not that you would have to. No requirements on this channel. There's really no requirements. It's just try to enjoy what you can enjoy. Okay. All right. So thank you very much for everything. Like I was saying, I really appreciate it. I'll try not to do this but maybe once a month, but I feel like the channel continues to grow. Everybody is seems to be helping me out, so I appreciate that, and I want to make sure I let you know. Okay. All right. So thanks for listening to this incredibly long ramble, and I'm trying to get choked up. Very sorry, I am getting choked up, so what I'll do is I'll try to cut that out. So if you hear a chop here, it's because I got choked up and coughed. I don't know what's causing that. Anyway, again, thank you all for participating in the channel, participating, however you do, whatever you do. And again, hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you later.